There are 5 strategies to shift black and white thinking, and I can tell you from personal experience, I have been working on these for a while. It takes time because it's sort of like my default mode. My default mode is to use words like always and never. By the way, pointing out the pattern in a really direct way may not work out for you. So for your loved ones, I want to take a different approach. Black and white thinking is super common for neurodivergent thinkers, and it may be an area of your life you can practice and feel more in control. And of course, this is practice, not perfect. Whether it's being kinder to yourself or being kinder to someone with this mindset, it's possible to adapt your way of thinking to help the world feel less stressful and easier to be yourself. Number 1 strategy, notice your speech and challenge that inner voice. By recognizing when your thinking moves into all or nothing or extremes, it's the first step to shift this pattern. Pay attention to the words you say to yourself and what words signal black and white thinking. Absolutes like always, never, none. You might notice that it's common to catastrophize thinking following these word patterns, and you get a pretty negative picture to emerge when you're saying these kinds of words. Challenge yourself to examine what feels like holes in the thinking. For example, if you say to yourself, I am a total loser today. I didn't make any of my goals. Ask the next question before accepting that assertion. And that next question is, what evidence or facts prove that this comment is true? Was it a total failure? Well, there's evidence that you had some wins, some things went well. You certainly learned a lot, right? That kind of shift in thinking when you hear yourself using this black and white thinking can really help. 2, broaden your perspectives. This helps reduce the hold on the binary thinking. The world is not black and white. There are many shades of gray. When you examine your facts, a simple shift might be to add a phrase like yes and. Can you open your mind up to other truths to coexist with these negative thoughts? So it didn't go great today, but I also know that I did have some wins. Yes, today I didn't go as planned, and I tried to make real progress toward my goals. Remember that your rules are not absolute, they are guidelines. 3, build your skills. Being a flexible thinker is an ingrained knowing. It's a skill that you're taught to practice over time. Before judging yourself, I'm not getting this right, check in and see what's causing that black and white thinking to compensate and try to gain control. These skills might include reading between the lines, perspective taking, decoding words, and increasing your emotional tolerance for negative feelings. When I feel very uncertain or the world feels chaotic, I do notice I slip into this black and white thinking more. And I think that when I am tripping into this, I am now picking up on it and saying, oh wow, I'm going into this negative feelings partly because I feel out of control and things feel very uncertain. 4, practicing self-soothing during uncertainty can really help. When you practice allowing all your feelings to rise up and you don't try to squash them, you can learn to cope with those feelings. It can be taking a pause or a time out, deep breathing, writing your feelings down, or even talking to a trusted friend. My friend Dr. Ned Hollowell always says, never worry alone, and he is very right about that. And by the way, I do sometimes worry with him, and he's super great about it. Thank you so much, Ned. 5, practice flexibility in your thinking. When you find yourself stuck in black and white thinking, it's easy to feel trapped, and therefore it's pointless to try something new. This is exactly the moment to stretch yourself and see what you can do with your mindset. That said, adding greater flexibility to your life does not mean masking or people pleasing. It's more about expanding your ability to cope with emotions and uncertainty and adapt to the nuances or gray. Thank you so much for staying to the end. I have some videos you can click on. Please let me know in the comments what you think and where you struggle with black and white thinking. I think we all struggle with it. It's something many of us do, and I'm super happy to talk about this and other topics you let me know. Bye, friends.